This is Jaden Jones with Kappa League TV. We want you to like, subscribe, and comment. Thank you.
What's happening, Nukes? So glad to be with you on This Week in Kappa League TV.
My name is Hunter Goins from Decatur Kappa League, and you're watching Kappa League TV.
Reporting for Kappa League TV, I'm Luke Williams.
Reporting for Kappa League TV, I'm Joshua Hardy.
You're watching Kappa League TV.
You're watching Kappa League TV.
Kappa League TV!
I'm Niles Holt from Alpharetta Smyrna Kappa League, and you're watching Kappa League TV. The Alpharetta Smyrna Kappa brothers recently met with representatives of Children's Healthcare of Atlanta, CHOA, to present a check for almost $18,000. The partnership began with a proposal in 2019, led by Civic Action Chairman Jimmy McKinney.
CHOA representative came to one of our fraternity meetings and was sharing information with us about the wonderful work that they do specifically at Hugh Spalding in the area of sickle cell anemia. The brothers were very excited about the opportunity to partner with them. Then COVID hit, and so like a lot of other folks, we had to pivot.
Pivoting meant working with the Ronald McDonald Caremobile, a collaboration between Children's Healthcare of Atlanta and Atlanta Ronald McDonald House Charities.
What this vehicle allows us to do is basically operate as a primary care mobile unit. This is an added value to resources we already provide, whether that's primary care, emergency services, sickle cell therapy. It's a 40-foot by 8-foot unit that anything that you would find in a primary care, as a primary care resource, travels to the actual patients.
Healthcare is just so important, especially for those who don't have insurance and an opportunity to receive services. We felt this was a great spot for us to focus in on, and we believe we are making a difference and being a blessing in our community.
The brothers met in an East Point McDonald's parking lot with Patrick Powell of Children's Healthcare of Atlanta and members of his team to present a check for $17,500.
The partnership with the Alpharetta Smyrna Alumni Chapter of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated is extremely valuable because this is a 100% donor-funded opportunity. And so any resources we get that we can use to fund supplies, people power, whether it's our nurse practitioners, our driver for the unit, all of these resources are put to excellent use.
So far, the chapter's contributions total almost $25,000.
The members of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity, especially the Alpharetta Smyrna Alumni Chapter, have really given of their time, their talent, and their treasure in so many different ways. They've been innovative in the way that they've wanted to position themselves as a partner, a real partner and collaborator to make sure that this resource is available for kids and their families.
We plan on continuing that initiative, further expanding it, and we're excited about our relationship and partnership with CHOA and looking forward to furthering that in the future.
I think they serve as a great example of what can happen when you get the organization, the members of the organization together for a common mission.
In addition to the check, the chapter also provided several gift bags for the children.
They also left with a bag that was full of healthy snacks, a couple of maybe not so healthy snacks, and also a gift card for McDonald's, just showing our love also to them in that way.
Having that branding opportunity is equally valuable because you are a partner, and we want everybody to know that your organization is out here doing this great work.
Reporting for Kappa League TV, I'm Niles Holt. Kappa League TV, where Kappa Leaguers and their mentors share their powerful stories, can be found at Kappa League TV on YouTube. This is Niles Holt with Alpharetta Smyrna Alumni Chapter Kappa League, and you're watching Kappa League TV.
On June 7th through the 9th, 2023, the Southwestern Province Guide Right Program and the National Black Coalition Federal Aviation Employees hosted a Kappa League aviation camp in Houston, Texas. A total of 20 Kappa Leaguers were in attendance for the event. The following chapters and their Kappa Leaguers attended the camp: Houston alumni, Pearland Manville Fresno alumni, Galveston alumni, and Port Arthur alumni. On June 7th, the Kappa Leaguers toured the Lone Star Museum. The camp emphasized careers in aviation for the Kappa Leaguers. The careers consist of air traffic controllers, pilots, lawyers, doctors, dispatchers, and firefighters. All these careers have a salary of $100,000, and some of the careers do not even require a college education. During the tour, the Kappa Leaguers learned how to fly a plane from a simulator, how to inspect a plane before taking off, and the safety procedures of a plane. On June 8th, the Kappa Leaguers had several guest speakers, seminars, and other tours. The guest speakers were a pilot from the Air Force, a pilot from United Airlines, and the last guest speaker was the Texas Southern Aviation Director. He spoke on how to attend Texas Southern and be in aviation by receiving scholarships in aviation. The seminar was exposing the Kappa Leaguers on how air traffic controller works in the air traffic control tower. Lastly, the Kappa Leaguers toured the Ellington Air Traffic Control Tower and the Airport Fire Department. They saw how air traffic controllers really worked in the tower and how firefighters work in the airport. On June 9th, the Kappa Leaguers had a picnic where they had food, drinks, video games, and received their participation certificates. Overall, the 20 Kappa Leaguers from Houston, Galveston, Port Arthur, and Pearland, Manville, Fresno alumni chapters remained interested and engaged throughout the camp. Special thanks to the Southwestern Province of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated and the National Black Coalition Federal Aviation Employees partnering together to create the Houston Kappa League Aviation Camp.
Hey, what's happening, Noops and Kappa Leaguers? I'm here today with our National Director, Kevin Burnett, and we're coming in here to wrap up what's been an incredible year for Kappa League. Kevin, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. It's been a great year.
Yeah, it's been exciting. I mean, the year actually started with the centennial year, which was a big deal. I don't know if a lot of people know, but this was the 100th year of Guide-Right, from which Kappa League is a part of. And for those who don't know, Guide-Right is the oldest and most successful African-American male-led mentorship program for young men of color in U.S. history. There's never been a program that has done as much as Guide-Right has done for young men of color. So every year we mentor about 8,000 young men. And we've been doing that for 100 years, going back at least to 1931 was the first count that I saw where we were mentoring 8,000 young men. So that's over 700,000 young men come through this program. How does that feel, Kevin, to be the national director of a program of that stature?
Well, it's a great feeling. It was a great experience in St. Louis where we had 636 people come together to celebrate and the centennial. Our young people had a great time coming off the pandemic. It was the first time they had been able to be together for several years. So the brotherhood, the interaction, just the whole experience, it's one of the most positive experiences and uplifting experiences that I've had at Kappa. And it was truly amazing. The brothers pulled together and put together a fantastic program. The young men were again, they were no trouble. They were motivated. They were involved. They were engaged. And we had a great time in St. Louis. And it was a great way to kick off the year.
Yeah, it was, I was there too. It was pretty amazing. You had Noops coming from all over the country to volunteer in places of expertise. So there was motivational training, there was gaming, there was professional training, and the Noops were everywhere and involved, and it ran without a hitch. So to have 500 or 600 teenagers there, and to have it run without a hitch was an amazing accomplishment. It was incredibly impressive. So now we got out of that, we came through the summer, we started the new year, and you had some programs there. One of them was called iGrad. What was that about?
iGrad is a self-paced financial literacy course. It starts teaching our young people about credit, how to use credit, how to avoid getting in trouble with credit, how to set a budget, how to set up a bank account, and the types of bank accounts. And it really takes everything. It even goes into the adults. Some of it goes into how to do retirement planning, which is actually a good benefit for myself.
Absolutely. So that was how the fall started. We got the young men involved in financial literacy, and then the election came up, and you had a program for that, right?
Yeah, we had hashtag KL Get Out the Vote. We had our chapters and our young people go out to help register voters, to make voters aware of what was going on and make sure they would get out and vote. And we actually had a virtual petition where people would commit to go vote. We had over 3,000 people sign up with that petition. We had one particular chapter in Trenton, New Jersey. They actually got a billboard up in a prime area of the city that was probably viewed by over 1 million people, encouraging people to vote. And so while we don't do anything partisan, we do want to teach our young people the importance to vote, and we want to encourage other people to get out and vote, because as we know, that makes a difference in our lives.
Well, one of the things that the young people learned is that even if they're not old enough to vote, they still have a voice, and their voice matters. So doing this program, I thought was just an incredible experience to give a young person, so that they know they could get involved in the voting and political experience. I thought that was awesome. And then there's a program that we did after that, which was near and dear to my heart, which is that we did a partnership with the Common Black College app, where they actually sponsored over 100 young men to have their college applications paid for free. And now we're putting together some of our data, and we're finding out that not only did young men, we got one young man that got over $850,000 in scholarship offers, but he's not the only one. We've got young men that got full ride scholarships to Yale, full ride scholarships to Clemson, full ride scholarships to Tulane, full ride scholarships to William and Mary, and we're just getting the data together. So right now, we've been able to help our young men develop over $3 million in scholarship offers for their future education. So I want to commend you again for that, for being able to have the vision to support that program and get our young men going.
Well, thank you. It's a great program, and as you know, the Common Black App deal is something that you personally were committed to and drove and put the emphasis behind, and so that that really goes back to you and your efforts. And as I always say, Guide Right, we're the hardest working committee in the fraternity. Nobody works harder, nobody cares more, particularly about these young people, than we do.
My name is Brandon Webster. I'm a member of the Wilmington Alumni Chapter of Kappa Alpha Psi and co-chair of the Achievers Program.
Today we are very excited about the celebration of our college signing day, which has now become an annual tradition.
Similar to college signing day for athletes, where they announce what college they'll be attending to on their athletics, we do a similar thing with news outlets and media, in which we just are announcing the boys going to college purely off their academic merits. So the Achievers Program is a program that was established for Newcastle County juniors and seniors. It is promoted for African Americans to promote Black excellence among them. Throughout the 6-month program, we teach them various activities and workshops that range from financial responsibility, branding, oratorical skills, as well as essay writing and goal setting.
We are excited to see them come through, excited to see them in their paraphernalia, and looking forward to cheering them on.
The achievements have helped me in a lot of ways, mentally, from beginning to end. I'm definitely a whole different person than I was when I started this program. It's definitely changed my thoughts and beliefs, and it's helped me to grow and develop as a man.
Today we celebrate National Guide Right 2023 Mentor of the Year Awards. Ken Bynum, Alexandria Fairfax alumni. From every province and from every field of human endeavor. These great mentors are committed to being the change agent that we want to see that will positively impact our communities. Congratulations, good brothers, on a job well done. George Love, Charlotte alumni. Nick Thomas, St. Louis alumni. Marcus Lindley, New Rochelle, White Plains alumni. Ken Butler, Lawrenceville, Duluth alumni. Eric Gaines, Richardson, Plano alumni. Mario McLean, Southfield alumni. Monsieur Burgess, Nashville alumni.
Kappa League TV. Thanks for watching Kappa League TV. Now, if you like what you see, do us a favor, hit the subscribe button, and then don't forget to turn on your notifications so you can know when the next Kappa League TV report comes out.